Hello PIM people and welcome. I'm Rasmus, and in this video I want to show you more advanced stuff about what you can do with the business rule logic that Struct PIM have implemented in the system. There is a basic video you can go and watch to get the concept of business rule and how you can use it, all the basic stuff about it. This one is a little more advanced one. So this is a real-world example where one of my customers wanted to automatically calculate the volume size of their boxes, of the outdoor packaging when they're shipping stuff. So whenever the dimension of these boxes are added into the system, the height, width, and length, then they want to automatically calculate the volume in square meters, because this is often used when they need to ship it. Makes sense. You're probably familiar with that. So again, I expect you to have seen the basic stuff, so you know everything about the business rules. So we'll just dive into it. I'll build everything from scratch here, so you'll also see how I create the attributes and everything. Hope you'll gain knowledge from that. And I'll also go through this pretty fast, because I expect you to have seen the other videos about attributes, data models, stuff like that. So I'll just go through the steps here. We'll start creating the attributes needed. So I'll create a complex attributes where you can add in the length, height, and width of the product. So it'll be called packaging size in centimeters. Oh, sorry about that. There we are. That will be a complex attribute. And I will add in width. That'll be a number containing 2 decimals. That'll be in centimeters. There we are. Next one will be length. Same goes for this one. 2 decimals. That will be centimeters. And the last one, height is there. Number, 2 decimals, centimeters. Power of a complex attribute. That's it. Save that one. And now we'll create the attribute that should contain the information about the packaging volume in square meters. Sorry for my not that clever naming here, but I think, again, you will get the point. There we are. That'll be a number. I will not specify how many decimals here, because I want it to be as precise as possible. The units will be square meters, or cubic meters, sorry. I have said square meters a few times. Sorry, I meant cubic meters. My bad. Okay, so now we have created these 2 attributes. I want to attach them to our demo product model we have used in earlier videos. Want to create a new tab here. This is a dynamic tab. Want to have one called, dynamic tab, dimensions. On top of the, dimension here. On that one, I want to add a new section, dynamic section called packaging. And here I want to add the attributes we have just created. So let's have the, it was called, let's see here, packaging size in centimeters, right? This one. Want to add this. Also want to add the attribute called packaging volume in cubic meters. I want to be that should be in read only. Don't want any users to be able to manipulate with that one. The business rule should always calculate the value there, so we ensure it's right. Okay. There we are. So now we have it on our product here. If we go and look at that product, and we can add these, and we want it automatically to calculate that value and add it in here. So we'll go to business rules. Okay, let's move me to the other side. There we are. Create a new business rule. That will be the demo. I want to trigger when a product value has changed. And I want to do it for some of these specific values. And you can add multiple values you want to trigger in here. So I want to trigger on width, height, or length. So if any of these fields are changed, the value are changed, then it will fire or trigger off this one and do the calculation once again. I can add an extra condition here saying that I only want to do that for the product structure demo products. Okay. Each time you add these conditions, you will get the if and else. In this case, we don't want to do anything if it ends up in the else. We only want to do calculation if it's on a demo product. There is a action here called calculation, calculate value. And you can do different things here. You have these math functions where you can round, power, all of these, right? We don't want to do this. This one we don't want to do math operations. And you can calculate this in many different ways, right? You know your math yourself. But what I want to do here is I want to take the value of width, want to multiply it by the value of height. There are only two fields and I want to multiply it by a field more. So in this case, I just do math operation more, and then you will carry on this result here. So I can now refer to whatever you calculated in result one. I want to multiply that by the length. Okay, so now I have cubic centimeters in that package, but I want to store it in cubic meters. So again, I'll do a new calculation saying that I want the result 2 to be divided by, and then you can add if you click on this one, then you don't have to refer to a field or an object in PIM, then you can just add a, as it says here, sorry, a fixed value. So in this case, I'll divide it by a, what's that, 1,000,000? Yes, to get it in cubic meters instead. And now we have the result in result 3 here. What do I want to do with the result 3? I want to write it to the this one. Confirm. And now you have your business rule and everybody can go in and see what the logic is behind it. They can change if something went wrong, whatever. Again, I like in the basic video, I want to highlight that you have, of course, the possibility to go and edit all of these as you're familiar with. And edit the action and stuff like that. But they have also added this functionality of doing a play of this one, so you can run this one on top of all your product, like if something have changed. That's a pretty clever one. It will be fired off as a background task, and you can go in and see the result of it afterwards if something went wrong. But in this case, we have just created it. Everything is good. If we look in the business rule here, we have it here. It's activated. So what we should see now is that if I add something in here, let's not make it too big, like this, then we would see an instant fire of that business rule. It will go and do the calculation I have created there and add in the value here. And next time someone goes in here and change these numbers for whatever reason, then we will get whatever calculation come on top of this. So you can really see the power of making these business rules. Normally, earlier, if you want to have these relations between different attributes and fields in here, then you would have to fire off a webhook or something and catch it outside and do your whatever calculation on top of that outside of PIM in your preferred programming language and add it in via the API. So now the power is back to the customer itself, and without having programming skills, you can do all of this. Yeah, I really hope this made a deeper understanding for you what you can use business rules for. It's really powerful, really, really powerful. And as I mentioned in the basic video, keep an eye on things that are showing up in business rules here, because all of these, both the triggers as we have here and the actions as you saw earlier, they are adding things to this all the time. Don't be afraid of creating these infinite loops where one trigger is adding something to a field that is triggering another one, and then you can end up in a loop. Struct PIM have taken care of that. They will automatically block that if that happens. So no big deal at all. You can just keep creating whatever rules you want to have in there. I hope that was useful information for you. If you have questions, reach out. And reach out to some of the other Struct PIM partners in the community. We would love to help out with these things. Except from that, I hope you gain some nice information and you know the game. Throw a like or subscribe at me, that'll mean a lot. If not, no biggie at all. Just thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye.